What's up, y'all? It's your boy Muchigo back once again with another basketball video. Today, reacting to JJ Reddick's podcast, more especially the episode with Paul George, admitting that he's most likely not the number one option on the championship team. So before we get into our take about what he had to say, let's take a moment to listen to how he actually broke it down.
I was in that phase of like, that's what you want. You want to be the guy. You want to be the go-to. You want everything to fall on you. So I was in that space. But then after, years of being there, going through injuries, and then seeing how the league was shaping up, it was like, man, I can't do this alone. And so that evolved to like, all right, like, how can I be of service to a team? And I didn't know where I was going to go. I didn't know where I was going to get traded when I requested a trade out of Indiana. I ended up falling in Oklahoma with a superstar MVP candidate or MVP winner, superstar with Russ. And initially it was just like, okay, how, like, this is different. This is obviously a different role for me, not being the guy anymore. But like, how can I be of service and bring what I do and add to what he's doing? And honestly, I felt like that was where my place was. Like, I had to be honest to myself that, like, in order for me to win at the highest level or get to where I want to get to, I don't think I'm the one guy. I don't think, but I can score with the best. I can, take over games with the best. But I don't honestly think that's what my
Paul
game
George
is if I want to
reflected,
win a championship. I
as
don't
you
think
guys
that's
heard,
where my place
on
is if
his
I want to win a championship.
career path
And I
his
felt like
different
I learned
roles
that. I played my best being
throughout
off
his
the
career,
ball,
going from being
being,
the clear guy
the
in
second
Indiana
fiddle.
to
I had my best
teaming up
career
with Russ, who
playing
was still
alongside
at the peak
Russ
of his
in that in
powers in
that in
OKC,
that
and
role.
having to play second fiddle.
So I just
Although I
find
don't
myself to
believe that
be
was always
like
the
be able
case.
to play with
Maybe the
anybody
first
and
year
play
when
any
Paul George
style,
was awful in
any
the
way you
playoffs.
want me
The
to
second
play. I
year,
feel like I can just fit
they had
right
the
in.
whole MVPG campaign when he finished third. Third in MVP voting, third in DPOY voting. So that was definitely Paul George's team in my opinion. But yeah, this is what he said. Basically, he said that this was the best year of his career, and that it happened playing the second guy, and this is what helped him realize that that was his role, his best role on the team if he were to actually compete and win the championship one day. So I would like to acknowledge and really applaud Paul George for his humility and honesty, because I don't think it's a lot of guys on Paul George's level in this league that can look in the mirror and be that open and honest with themselves. So yeah, shout out to Paul George for that. But I really wanted to discuss one thing in this league. Who in your mind would be the guys? When I mean the guys is the ones that you can put them on any team, and you're gonna at least go to the second round of the playoffs to above that. Like, regardless of the roster, you can book it second round, minimum second round exit. And currently, I don't believe it's that many in this league. And those guys that I'm about to mention should be the only ones to be called superstar. I feel like when you're going to have that label on you, this is the ceiling. You are a ceiling raiser for a team, regardless of the roster. So obviously, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo, we have Nikola Jokic, we have Joel Embiid, we have KD, we have Steph Curry, and who else? LeBron at this point is not that much of a ceiling raiser, as we can see with the Lakers. LeBron can still be the best player on the championship team, I believe so. But the roster has to be right. It's not like back in the days when he was the embodiment of, it doesn't matter who you put around me and we're going to the finals. Those days are over. AD, I can't give him that, because we can see, like, when LeBron is not out there, the Lakers are struggling. Who else comes to mind? Kawhi. But Kawhi has that level of play, but he can't stay healthy enough for me to really say that regardless of the roster, Kawhi will go far. Luka is that guy also, and that's pretty much it. You can make a case for and JT. I'm sorry, JT also, but that's pretty much it. You can make a case for other guys, maybe Booker, but for Booker it's kind of tough because before Chris Paul, the Suns weren't really on nothing. Ja, but Ja, my only problem with Ja is that the Grizzlies are such a well-rounded team in regular season, and they play so much harder than everybody else that even when he's not out there, we saw that last year, they still win games at a very high clip, regardless of Ja. So I don't know if Ja is really the one that's raising the ceiling for them. Like Ja is the guy that might take them over the top in the playoffs, but it hasn't really happened yet. So yeah, and for the other guys, I just don't see it. Butler, same. The Heat are in the same boat for me in the regular season at least. I thought Trey Young was that kind of caliber of player, but nah, this year has been off. So, yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. So what I need you guys to do is tell me, do you believe Paul George can still be the guy on the team that will win the championship? Do you agree with the list of guys that are actually listed? Who are those guys? And what do you believe if Paul George can't be that guy? What is missing for him? Just before we close out the video, I do believe that Paul George could be a guy when it comes to, being a volume scorer on a mediocre to pretty decent team. But yeah, I agree with him. When it comes to winning at a high level, he's better as the second best player on the championship team. And maybe it's because of the mentality that he has. I believe that, as foolish as it may sound, for some of those players, especially when they are past the primes and they still believe they're those guys, and this is a tough adjustment for them. You have to have that, I guess, irrationality when it comes to, or delusion, that overconfidence that will help you get over the top. And I believe all the superstars have that. So anyways, that's it for this video, man. Please like, share, subscribe to the video, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.